Family First segment is brought to you by Dignity Memorial.
Well, when we get together for the holidays, family stories and special memories usually fill the room. Scarlet, Whalen, and Torres with Dignity Memorial are here to remind us all that there's a wonderful opportunity to kind of go through this difficult time, to share stories of different generations, and hear and celebrate the important events in people's lives. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you were here. Now, Scarlet, last time you were here, you had a really good response when you talked about celebrating life, that was kind of an important part of what you do. And you also talk about how you can share kind of very natural ways of talking about your loved one. Can you expand upon that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, especially this time of year, you know, we live in such a transient society, and it's not uncommon for families to only come together during the holidays. Right. So I think taking advantage of those opportunities is imperative. Having those discussions, sitting around boxes of photographs, letting those stories just naturally surface, all of those things can be invaluable when a loved one passes, because you want to be able to reflect back on those stories and have that information when you come across those really, really special photos that maybe are worn. Right. Having them restored now so that they can be focal points later on is also really key.
It's important to do that, and as I think it's also important for the healing process. We recently lost my beloved father, and over Thanksgiving we sat around and we talked about funny stories that we remembered. So it really gave some light, but at the same time we were honoring him. Right. Another thing that people do is they travel a lot during the holidays, and you have some suggestions about ways that you can capture those memories.
Well, and that's just it. You know, keeping your cameras out and ready to take those pictures of those experiences, being mindful of needing to videotape those things. You know, when you're with your loved ones, you have to take advantage of all of those moments, because those are the things that you'll wish you had later on.
Right, and that will carry with you.
Exactly.
You also brought a number of items here. Let's talk about these different items that you have on the table.
So this is kind of an example of a gentleman who we had the privilege of serving. He was into woodworking. That was his hobby, that was his passion. So what was really neat is he made all these different things for different kids in the family. Right. So upon his passing, they all decided to honor that, and they all brought in these pieces for display.
Great idea.
And what was really neat is they all had stories behind them. So this was something that he loved, something that he shared with the people he loved most, and it was a great way to pay tribute to him.
And it's a great way to kind of open up stories. I want to bring Ray in here as well, because you know football is a big part of the season, and also lots of people love sports, but there's other hobbies that people can participate in. We have an image here I want people to see. Talk to me about the importance of that.
Most definitely. Again, as Scarlet was mentioning, you know, we in a society we do sports. There's fishing, but at times in the religious portion of our culture, there's certain items that are very important to us. For example, when I went to Rome in '85, I brought this to my parents, and after they passed on, I said, "This is part of what I want, I want to keep," and my family knows about it. Right. As well as, you know, everybody knows that I carry my own personal rosary. And so what happens is my family knows that that's what Ray's going to want to keep.
I love that, because you've made it clear to your family. They're fully aware. These are personal items. I really do appreciate that so much. And you've also got some upcoming events that are happening here in December. Let's go through those.
Okay, we do. One of our locations, Moore's, is in Arlington, and they're having an evening of remembrance on December 10th. There's also a Festival of Lights program held at Blue Bonnet Hills.
There's a lot that we can see here, and also you can have an opportunity to check that out on the website. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. And for more details about upcoming events, unique celebrations, or how to share personal memories and tributes, please visit dignitydfw.com. More GMT right after this.